Hola. Excellent news. The PlayStation has sold. I decided not to sell the PSVR. I'm going to send that to my friend in California, along with the headset. Yeah, it's a gift. He's given me a lot over the years. I decided to give it to him. He can play Gran Turismo in VR, which is really cool. And I'm done with Sony. And now that it's sold, I'm going to explain why. There's a lot of things wrong with Sony. I bought this PlayStation camera that I couldn't use with anything except for its really crappy quality live streaming shit. So I had this useless camera, which I'm going to throw in with the PlayStation. He's going to get a surprise gift because I couldn't even get rid of the damn thing. So that's the one thing. They didn't let you control the streaming settings on the console, even on the Pro model, which really disappointed me. Because you should be able to stream from that thing high quality if you've got the bandwidth to do it. It's ridiculous. They didn't even allow you to change the settings, so you can't get a better picture quality. It looks like bad. It's on first-person shooters. The streaming on the PS5 is really bad. So that's why I had to use a capture card with it. So they went through all the trouble of adding that stuff in there and then making the quality so bad that you wouldn't use it because it looks so bad. I mean, but apparently they were more going for Twitch and not YouTube's AV1. Regardless, I don't like their customer support, and I don't like when they sell me a game that doesn't work right, that they don't give me a refund. That's what really was the nail in the coffin for me. They wouldn't give me my money back on Starfield because it does not work. I start building outposts, crash. Edit my guns, like modify them, crash. Just doing a mission, crash. Even on the PS5 Pro, turn off all the stuff, still crash. I got tired of it, man, and they wouldn't give me a refund. The other thing I'm not really happy with is I didn't buy a console to get PSSR games. I bought this console because it had like a 6800 graphics power card in it, and it could do 1440p gaming like a PC and just upscale it to 4K. So you'd have 80 to 100 frames in most games without any DLSS or PSSR. It should have been able to do that, but they didn't make any of the games do that. And then the unforgivable marathon thing. I spent $40 on that stupid game, and then I couldn't change the VSync and use it in VRR mode, even though I spent tons of money on a monitor to be able to do that. Yeah, I bought a 4K monitor. I got a good deal on it, but the point is, I had to buy a specific one to get a really high quality 4K monitor. We're looking at like $700-800, and a TV that has a low latency with really good picture quality, $1,500, $1,200 on the PS5 Pro. You know how much it cost me to get a really nice display on the PC to play in 1440 without VSync and yeah, I spend like $144 and I get a really crystal clear, sharp 1440p display that looks good, has really good color contrast. The monitor I bought for the PS5, it was weird. It had softer color, and it was just different than my other monitors, and I didn't like it. But plus, I can't even read the text, on my when I use it as a PC monitor. So it's just one of these things where, I can up the font crap, but then it makes all the windows not look uniform, and I don't like using the OS like that. It screws everything up. So I'd rather just use, 1440p or 1080p, and that's it. But that's Sony. Where did you go wrong? They're a monopoly now. Xbox is pretty much dead. then, you know, these new games, they take up a lot of RAM. And then I saw the Battlefield 5 Roblox texture BS in the 120 hertz mode. And I was like, this should be at least high settings at 1440. What the hell? Why does this look so bad? And then I got on the PC and on my 5060 and started loading the game and trying to replicate that. And yeah, it's the low settings that replicate that. So what you're getting on the PS5 and 120 is the low graphics setting. And then on their 60 hertz high graphics mode, enhanced for Battlefield, you get medium or high. I don't know which one. I think it might even be just medium. You get medium textures with some of the lighting stuff turned on. You're not getting ultra and you're not getting overkill. You're getting like lower quality textures. And I figured it out. It's because there's 16 gigabytes of RAM in the PS5 and it's shared between the CPU and the GPU. So if you get a CPU hungry game that uses a lot of memory, you're not going to have a lot of storage for your textures. Hence, that is what's happening in Battlefield. Now, granted, this might be the only game where this is a problem, but I play this game a lot and I like it. So I want it to look good. And when you spend as much money as I spent on my PlayStation to find out that seriously, the 5060, an 8 gigabyte card that's not as fast as the PS5, played Battlefield at a higher frame rate in ultra mode and looked better in 1440p than their PlayStation looks on 4K. That really pissed me off. Now, granted, there's more games than just that, but here's the other problem with the PlayStation. When I was in Europe with my ex, the one I wrote the last album with, we played PlayStation games together all the time. And we played Death Stranding, we played a lot of the games together. And so when I go back to try and play games on the PlayStation, it's almost like how you can't listen to some songs because you're ex. That's what she did with video games with me. She made it so I don't even want to play some of these old games because it reminds me of her. So I think that's another reason why getting rid of the PlayStation actually really helps me, because it cleanses that yuck out of my life. Now, it's just another nail in the coffin. There's many nails in this coffin. That's the reason why the PlayStation actually just pisses me off. Does that make sense? Now I have a 16 gigabyte card that lets me play this game in 160 frames. How cool is that? So yeah, I wanted to play Endgame, but Call of Duty is downloading an update. So I thought I'd get one of these games in there and then to explain to you what's going on. I'm so glad I sold the PlayStation. And I'm returning the 5060 Ti, and I just got to sell the 5060. And paying for this 5070 Ti that I just got is now not a problem. I can just, pay for it. And, yeah, I tried the 5060 Ti but with the Avatar, I'm just not happy enough with the frame rates. Now the frame rates are where I want them, and I have really good ray tracing performance with this card. So if I want to turn ray tracing on, I can, and then use DLSS, and I can still get massive frames. So that's good. And yeah, I own a lot of games on the PC, so. And all the Final Fantasy games are on the PC too, so I'm not going to miss out on that. And they're cheap. So, yeah. The Sony exclusives, I don't care about Wolverine. I don't care about GTA. GTA is coming to PC just a little bit later, and it's going to be way better on PC with DLSS 5. It's going to be way better. Everyone hates the they call it the AI slop that on the DLSS 5. I actually
head over to the array and see what you can find.
I actually think that if they put their artistic whatever on it and they can change it, it's gonna actually be really good.
All right, you're good to go for deployment. Post up.
RV on that position. Disperse and deploy! Reference waypoint. Move there now.
Missions just got posted. Have a look and knock out what you can.
Enemy down.
Playing an overkill with 125 frames.
Make your way to that point.
Got a new mission ready.
150 frames. Yeah, man. So it's really responsive. The other thing I noticed about playing on my PC monitors is the colors are just so much better. Like the shades and the actual colors, the reds and the blues. Especially the reds look better.
New mission is up. It's marked on your map.
It does look a little bit chunkier just because it's 1440, but I don't care. The other thing that really made me mad about Sony is you couldn't play in PlayStation players. There's not enough of them on these multiplayer games. So I could never get into PlayStation lobbies. And now I find out that there's all these cheat devices for the PlayStation. Everybody's using them. So it looks like you just can't get away from it. They have AI PlayStation cheats now. With walls and like extra aimbot and all this stuff. So it's just not that you can't get away from the cheating, dude. It's everywhere on everything now.
Check your missions.
Custom weapon box marked.
Contact! Hostile troops sighted!
Got a new mission for you. Details on your map. Alright, new mission is up. Marked on your map. Your current position's going to be overrun by NXC. Don't linger.
Get up!
Check your missions. in the fight. That's it for missions. Keep your head up until Lexville.
That area doesn't look good.
Which?
Reposition. Move now.
Where? Where? Where?
Contact! Enemy infantry! Enemy contact in my AO! Got enemy in sight. Seeing a custom weapon crate here.
You made it this far. Don't stop now. Grab on that intel case.
Over to that waypoint. Got a dangerous spot here.
solid find on that intel. Keep digging for more. That blaze is closing in. You don't have long to get clear.
Yeah, and at the end I sucked a big egg. Yeah.
Listen up. Your location is heating up.
We got
fast.
number 3.
You won't be safe there for long.
3. Number 3. Number 3. That sucked.